Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's late here in Denmark, but I still want to do the daily recap on commodities. Normally, we have commodities and ETFs together, but those will be split up. So I will do commodities only. And then the ETFs will be done once a week on the Friday. So we will have overall going through all the ETFs that we have on a Friday, on a weekly close, and maybe we can get some good trades based on that. I hope you like the idea. If not, too bad. It is what it is. So, as always, follow me, all that good stuff. Twitter, YouTube, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. Yep, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Big day. And then still again, no. But still, let's look at it. We had some big data coming out. Gold and silver reacted nicely, but then we returned with this spinning top right here for silver. A spinning top right there. We're still above the long-term blue, which is okay. But again, we have broken out here, so hopefully this is not a false breakout. Then we have to go lower for a bit before we continue higher. But yeah, big intraday reversal for silver and gold for that matter. So, but again, it's only minor compared to the uptrend that we're about to witness in my view. So there it is. Gold looking a bit better in the positives. This is the one to look at. There it is. The support and the resistance, the wedge here. We're just waiting to, at some point in time, finally break out from that wedge. When will it be? We don't know, but it will happen in my view. And when we do, quite simply, we are going for a fourth go at the all-time high. And again, you can see here we have symmetry all the way down here. That's the middle. So you can see here the moves up and down are very symmetrical. Same for here. Right there it is. So you can see the time used once we bottom. We have the exact same time on each side, more or less. So if this is the bottom, let's say that's the bottom, then maybe, just maybe, we can have a good Christmas present and getting to the all-time high if we have the exact same symmetry all the way up, right? So let's see if that is still the case. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. We were so close today on the 78.5 gold to silver ratio level. You have it here, but still, let me just zoom out for you. You can see we have broken down from that long-term trend line. I say that again. We have broken down. Beautiful. And we are below. A tiny breakdown here, retest, and now we went down again. And then, as I said before, gold and silver had an intraday reversal to the downside. And we closed just above, at 79. So again, you can just see how important this level is for the bears for gold and silver. You can say it. When this gives in, it will trigger a whole new event that we haven't seen in decades. So again, we are close again. Could we be in for a detour? We had a breakdown here as well. And then we came to the upside and then we went up again. Maybe we can have a bit of a go if it doesn't hold. But again, it's not like I made a video today on this, that this is the breakdown. I really think it is. You have that head and shoulders and the neckline, or neckline might be here, but still, it looks like we are having the 10th go. We have the 10th go of the test on that long-term trend line, and we have broken down right there. There it is. So as long as we are below, that's very bullish, gold and silver. The Dixie, the good old Dixie. What did we talk about? Again, rising wedge. It did overcome a lot of resistance on the way up. Had a bit of a peak out here, and then we come crashing down. As mentioned, if we get a break to the upside, you often get a crash down. Of course, you can break up and then you can make a bull flag and go higher. Sure, but very often it's called a bearish wedge for a reason. And now we are back below. All the supports on the way down didn't hold, and now we're below the wedge again. Very bearish for the dollar. That's also why I think gold and silver is going higher very, very soon, and that gold to silver ratio will keep breaking down from that 78, 79 ratio level. Beautiful. Look at this. the 10-year rates, double top in the making. That's the bearish wedge again. And now we have tiny broken down here and we paused at the 4.1. That's support and resistance right there, right? Before it was resistance on the way up, and now it is support. So again, this needs to hold. If it doesn't, then we go all the way down here in my view to 3.7. If it holds, then you could argue that you have a possibility of actually breaking those highs. Again, tomorrow we have, let me show you, we have continuous jobless claims. We have the core PCE, we have the initial jobless, and the 4 weekly jobless claims average. Big data coming out tomorrow. This could be the final nail in the coffin for the gold to silver ratio. The Dixie rates getting below here. Good. Very good. All right. Oil. There it is. The head and shoulders are still in play. We have the shoulder highs at roughly 82. So if we can take out those, then this whole formation is negated and we are no longer in play for that big retest here. Well, I'm not saying no longer, but the probabilities is that we are breaking above again and then we're going higher. This is the head and shoulders target, and yeah, we basically made a false breakdown of the neckline. It came straight back up again. Very bullish for oil, I have to say. I didn't expect that one once we broke, but again, it can still happen as long as we are in that head and shoulders formation and we have not negated it. So nothing new under the sun for platinum. Still waiting to see if that base right there, the fifth move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if that is the count, and we can break to the upside here. But it needs to get going. It needs to get going here. Platinum, this is a very strong move from 880 all the way up to just below 1K. And I think we're getting a bit stretched here on the daily. We could maybe go to 1K, $1,000 and then have a pullback. But I think then we will see what happens. But we are just below 4 digits. When you go from 3 to 4 digits, or from 1 to 3, or from 4 to 5, whatever, that's also that's always a major psychological level, always. So yeah, it will be the same here. So right now that level is resistance, and we are getting a doji or bearish harami candle there. So let's see if that is the top. We are not overbought, but still pretty stretched on the platinum. Copper is doing a very fine try that this was a false breakdown from that long-term rising trend line. False breakdown maybe, and if we can have a go, as mentioned previously, above the $4 level, breaking out of that bad boy and the horizontal coming across there, you have copper in a new bull market. It's quite simply $4. Look for that level to break above and have a weekly close or some consolidations, typically 5 days above, you get the confirmation. Then copper is going in for a bigger move, at least up to the highs here at 5. So that's quite, and then higher once we break. Right? But anyways, natural gas is doing everything it can to negate the bear flag. False breakdown here for now, and now we are grinding higher. Again, the big one to break is that one. Coming all the way down. When we do, then the bottom is in right there in my view, and we are, as mentioned, coming into the winter again. And this could cause havoc across the board after we broke out here, right? All the way, one big retest of that long-term, that's a bit skewed, that long-term trend line right there from 2018, right? Big retest. Nat gas could be in for a massive move if it negates the bear flag, of course. But still, nat gas is a violent beast, and everyone is bearish, then typically you want to be bullish. Quite similar to the Dutch natural gas ticker, long-term trend line right there. Retest. Again, we're looking for break above the 44s, where now we are at 38. 38 right here. It's a bit messy. This is more choppy. But basically, we close some gaps here on that So we have a few gaps here, but it's very messy. I don't know how to do the trading, but it looks very choppy, you know, big moves up and then down again. So I don't know exactly. But again, look for the 44. And if we do, then we have confirmed the bottom in my view. And we have broken that long-term trend line coming down here. So we just need to work on the final bottom. For gas, I think it will go higher. I think it will go way higher into the winter. And again, people will complain. Let me go to the Heikin Ashi. This is coal futures. Two trend lines that I'm looking at. This is the pivot high there, connection, breakout here. So I'm still in the camp that we can't go all the way down here at just below, let's say called 110. But right now we are actually pausing again at the 140, having a big move up here. So maybe we don't go that low, and this is a low here. Again, you should notice that then we could be working on, again, as I could, I'm not saying that we are, on an head and shoulders formation there, possibly. But again, I don't think so. We need energy, and coal is energy. XLE, let me switch on to the daily. Nothing new under the sun, and maybe even that's a bit too quick to say. This is a bull flag right there. Let me zoom in and do it a bit better. That's a bull flag, and we are trying to break out of that bull flag. And as long as we are above the blue here, at around 87, it's all good. And ultimately, of course, we want to be above the longer term golden, which is right here. We also have some internals here connecting those two, and here, and then we have the bad boys here. So XLE looks fantastic. Again, when and if we can take out the highs here, then we're in for a big, big macro move for XLE. Just look at it, where we are in time. We are at the highs, so if we can take out the high here, then we're going much, much higher. Bitcoin had a big day yesterday because of, I think, Grayscale won some court case, I don't know, something. And it did it at the exact neckline here at 25.3K, give or take. Big move up here. Again, we have some possibilities that we could have on head and shoulders there, maybe. Again, this is a news-driven candle. And from my experience, it doesn't matter what it is. If you have a news-driven major gap up or event, very often they fade. Depending if you're in an uptrend, of course, but right now we are in, well, short-term uptrend, but long-term downtrend maybe. At least that's how I see it. So still, is this the bottom here for Bitcoin? I have absolutely no idea. Before Bitcoin can prove itself, it really needs to get above the levels here, at least back above the 29K once again. So let's see what Bitcoin does. It's a bit of a down day today. So yeah, I need to drop to the Heikin Ashi. This is the physical, the uranium physical. And let's see where we are. It's been a while since I've been looking at the charts, but basically what I see, and I've said it previously before when we were, can't remember, this is like a year ago. This high will get taken out. My target for this year for uranium price is between, I think it's what they write on Twitter, between 70 and 80. You can go check it out. I have it, what's it called, pinned. And I do think that we can reach that. Maybe, but I think it's a good call. But anyways, I think this move here will end, not long term, but short term, at that high there at the Fukushima high. And then we will have possibly some longer term, pause, which is totally fine at that point in time. And then we have that inverted head and shoulders with the neckline here maybe, and a target at 250 dollars per pound if this plays out. 250. Yes, you heard correctly. That's a 5x from here, 4 or 5x from here, if that plays out. Soybeans, just want to show you, quite similar pattern right here. There it is, head and shoulders. What do we have here? Head and shoulders, again, neckline coming across. So this could very well play out again, and then we'll have a breakdown and some sort of basing out or like something like that. But again, let's see what happens. I know there is a gap here, right there. I think that was never mind. I don't want to say anything that is not true. We have a gap there, so let's see if that gets filled again. We also have that trend line there. So you're coming into a squeeze here and an apex breaking down or to the upside. Quite simply, let's add the line in there. For some reason I didn't have it. It doesn't make any. Right there, save it. Great. Sugar. Look at sugar. Fantastic. Let's go long term actually. Beautiful. As you can see here, this was the low 2020. That's the three lows we have. That's the parallel channel from that one. Came all the way up to that channel and then you bull flagged. Very, very bullish when you do that. You don't want to see a rejection, right? But bull flagging after such a massive run, beautiful. Breakout retest, and now we are in a bull flag. There it is. Some dipping below here still, but now we are above. And as you know, silver and sugar are very much aligned with each other. So if this is a breakout of that bull flag, then you have the target up here at around 33, 34. That's an $8 move, so roughly 30% move for silver. Again, if silver does that, excuse me, if sugar does that, silver very, very often follows. Again, confirming that we are very close to a breakout for silver that we looked at the beginning of the video. Also, the bull flag coincide with roughly the highs back from 2011. And again, silver was also at the highs here, so it could be a massive move for silver incoming. Could be, should be. Anyways, this is nickel, the final one, the final chart for today. Still working on that possible but double bottom. Again, we got below that formation coming up there. And then we have the lower bound here. We're just a tad below, but I wouldn't call it out just yet. Again, if we break out to the upside here from that falling channel, then we are safe for now. But still, let's see what nickel can do. I think, yeah, we have a big supply gap or lack of supply for nickel. So I guess, yeah, but again, this is all paper money anyway. So let's see how it is. This was overall commodities. Again, ETFs will be done Friday. Only ETFs where we will be looking at TAN, wind, URNM, of course, URNM, URA, excuse me, SILJ, and all the gold and silver, platinum, and all those stocks, copper, the copper ETF, and all that good stuff. Get a weekly close, see where we are in time, and maybe we can do some assessments from there. Again, guys, if you like what you see, please give me that subscription. Highly appreciated. If you have something that I need to work on, let me know in the comments below. You know what to do. Have an amazing evening, guys, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.